everybody, welcome to the cottage. We're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to bring 3 different messages for you guys. You can pick more than one, okay? I want you to focus on the numbers 1, then 2, and then 3, and I'm going to timestamp these in the comments after I upload this video. So give me just a minute after I upload it to get the comments, the timestamp down in the comments, okay? All right, so we will get started with that here, and I will go ahead and timestamp for number 1. All right, for those of you who picked number 1, we're gonna start out with Kipper and see what might be concerning you. Then we're gonna go to the tarot and get your message for today for those of you who picked number 1. All right, let's see. Now, if you have not subscribed, I hope you'll consider doing so. All right, and of course, if you have a question for my tarot deck, you can book a reading with me one and only one way, and that is by following the directions in the description box below this video. All right, so let's see here. Already kind of getting a message from Kipper for you. I think that a lot of you who picked number 1 feel like you're really working hard, probably on the job, and really interesting. And you've been in despair about that, okay? And I think that you feel stuck. Okay, like pathways are just not opening up for you like they need to. Perhaps you feel stuck in your job or your career, okay? And you've been in despair about this thing, okay? You feel kind of stuck, and you feel perhaps like you're working really hard and not making any real progress, and you feel like you may even feel like you're being lied to, taken advantage of from a false person, okay? But you know, regarding that situation, here's what else I have pulled. I have pulled pathway, message, and family room. So what I believe is this. First of all, you know, let's talk about mindset and law of attraction and belief. So important. And I'm not going to go into the details of how I work law of attraction because that's, you know, too much for the scope of this reading. But, you know, certainly there are tips and tricks that I have in my Life Preserver playlist on my law of attraction video. But I'm not the end all be all. I could talk about that for days. But trust and believe it is working. You know, either you're manifesting or you're reverse manifesting, as I like to call it. I mean, you're always manifesting. It's just, are you manifesting in the way that you want? And if so, if not, then what changes do you need to make, right? Okay, so with that being said, though, you know, and some of you may have needed to hear that, but look here. You know, you've got message, you've got pathway, and you've got family room, okay? So definitely, I do think some roadways are going to open up, and some of you may get something in the mail, a text, an email, or somebody reaching out. Some of you are going to get some kind of career opportunity through your family, okay? And so you're encouraged with this card, regardless, to make sure that you're spending time with the people who are important to you, okay? And I'm not telling you to spend time with people that are toxic, certainly not. But I definitely think that, you know, I think it would make you feel better. And sometimes we're talking about soul fam, not blood, okay? But, you know, those people around you who support you and who love you, okay? And who build you up, and that soul fam sometimes, and sometimes it is blood family, okay? It just depends on the situation, all right? But I do think roadways are opening up here, and I think you're going to get a message. Some of you are going to hear about something through your family, or you just need a reminder to make sure that you make time for, you know, your significant other, your children, your siblings, whatever the case may be, okay? So that's the Kipper part of the message for those who chose number 1. We are now going to go to the tarot and see what the tarot has to say to you. Those of you who picked number 1, we're going to go to the tarot for you, okay? And I really would appreciate you guys who will like and comment. Those of you who do that are greatly appreciated. So thank you so, so much for that. All right, let's take a look, everyone. What do we need to know from the tarot? What's going on in your world? Knight of Cups reversed, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. You got two aces here. All right, Knight of Wands, the World reversed, and the Ten of Swords reversed. Very interesting. You know, the Knight of Cups is in reverse, and the Knight of Wands is in the upright. And you know, for some of you, you're dealing with somebody, you're getting blamed for things that I don't think, for the most part, that that you did, or at least you weren't all at fault. Now, this could be relationship, this could be, you know, job, whatever, okay? But you're experiencing a lot of, you know, emotions associated with that. You're probably kind of exhausted from dealing with something, or you have been. All right, now, the next thing over is the Ace of Swords and the World reversed. And what I think is coming in is some truth is going to come out and take care of and give closure regarding what you find, what you feel is unfinished business, and a cycle that is not, something that is not resolved, not complete. And when it does come in, I think you've got a victory. The Ace of Swords is a victory card, okay? It's clarity, it's a win, it's triumph over adversity. And what I think that is somebody blaming you for whatever, right? And making, or, you know, saying that, you know, you were the entirely responsible for whatever this thing is that went wrong, relationship or whatever, okay? Truth coming out, clarity. Could be an apology or some sort of communication associated with this Ace of Swords that kind of clears the air for you and gives you this closure, gives you the ability to release this thing, Ten of Swords in reverse, and for new opportunity down the road with the Ace of Pentacles, okay? I think it's going to really help you in healing from this thing and in manifesting new opportunity. Bear in mind, the Ace of Pentacles is about divine timing. It's about slow and steady wins the race. It is about opportunity slated for success, but it is all about divine timing. So I don't know where you are in this thing, but I think a lot of you are going, you know, you're going, this is going to really help you and propel you in your shadow work and your healing from this past heartbreak, whether it had to do with, you know, job or romance or whatever. And that's kind of what I see for those of you who picked number one. So I hope this helps a lot for those of you who picked number one. All right, so let's go to number two. Number two, if you picked number two, this is for you. We're going to read from the Kipper first for you and see what might be going on in your world, okay? And then we'll go from there. And of course, if you've not subscribed to my channel, I will invite you to do so, okay? All right. Those of you who picked number two, let's get a message from the Kipper for you. What is going on in your world? Well, we've got mature woman, we've got courthouse, we've got official person, poverty, child, main female, okay? And then we've got thoughts and great fortune and adjudication. Very interesting that you've got adjudication and courthouse and official person here. And child, okay, and thoughts. All of these really come into play. But what I think is very interesting is this. You know, a lot of you who picked number two, some of you I feel like are waiting on some sort of a decision involving a child. It very well could be a custody thing. It could be somebody, you know, it's something to do with resolution involving a child, maybe something being resolved, something, you know, clearing the air. Could definitely be a court case or something of that nature. Okay, but you know, I think for a lot of you, this is a legal matter with this official person here, courthouse and adjudication. For others of you, it's simply something being resolved. And I think it's, you know, when I look at this child card in the Kipper, okay, this child is smiling. So trust and believe. I really feel as though this thing is going to go in the best interest of the child, with her smiling like that, okay? And I think that that is what I see here. And there's a main female here. So what, and that came out right next to the child. So, you know, I do think that this, you know, and I know, you know, both men and women watch me, but I think for the majority of you, this definitely involves the parent of a child and probably the mother, okay? Because we have main female right next to the child, and I think that this is the main female in this child's life who is here. And, you know, you can see this main female, she's holding a rose, okay? So it's like she's waiting on somebody. And it's almost like, you know, for some of you, this may be an adoption. Some of you, this may be pregnancy or whatever. Some of you, this may be just reuniting with a child. But it's like this, the mother is waiting on maybe being reunited or pregnancy or adoption, okay? So take what, you know, may apply to you. Obviously, we're reading for more than one person, but that's what I see here. And what's interesting is this. You've got mature woman, okay? Now, maybe there is a grandmother involved in this. Maybe there is, you know, maybe you have a mentor that is, you know, other than me, right? That is, you know, older than you, somebody that you respect or you feel like has a great maturity. Sometimes that can just really speak to somebody who's an old soul, okay? My bestie is 20 years younger than me, and I often call him my big brother, okay? So that, you know, that just goes to show. But I think that you're worried about this child not having its needs met with poverty here. And I think it's heavy in your thoughts and you're really, really concerned about things. Well, you know, whatever. And this came out, great fortune, right underneath the child. So whatever this thing is, I think it is going to resolve in a very favorable way for this child and the mother, okay? And somehow this mature, I mean, you know, maybe some of you are working with a female attorney who's, you know, the mature woman in this, or maybe your official person is the judge, or, you know, law enforcement or something like that. I know this is a very specific message, and not all of you, this is a literal legal thing, but some of you, it's just, you know, I think that if this is a situation where there is like a reuniting, you know, maybe even of an adult child, it's going to involve other people that help this, like the mature woman, the official person, okay, and that sort of thing. All right, and your thoughts. Let's talk about this thing. I think you're up in your head about it a lot, but again, very, very important to work this law of attraction. Keep your thoughts where they need to be, okay? That is so, so, so important. But I've got great fortune here. So this is, whatever this resolve is, it's going to work out in a favorable way for the child. And I think it's going to be of great benefit to the child and probably to the parent, okay? Specifically the mother. All right. So anyway, a lot there, but just a really specific message for those of you who picked number 2, right? Let's pull something for you from the tarot and see if we have any other information for those of you who picked the number 2, right? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. See what we can find out from the tarot for you real quick. Any other advice from the tarot? See what we can find out. Any other advice from the tarot? Well, goodness. All right, what do we have here? 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Some of you may be considering pursuing self-employment, okay, as a possibility. Very independent. That is oftentimes associated with being single and doing quite well on your own, okay? And, you know, really just working on your money and, you know, being able to sustain, be financially stable, if not absolutely well off with whatever you do, okay? And for some of you, that's, you know, considering maybe trying to do something on the side for self-employment. The Temperance card, your message here is to continue to, you know, trust the divine. That is a card of divine timing, a card of healing and having faith and belief and hope. okay, and trusting the process, okay, and knowing that everything is coming together for you in divine timing. And you pulled the Ace of Cups in reverse, the card of bounce back, the card of resilience, okay, the card of ability to turn negatives into positives. This is where you're headed in your healing process, okay, the card of being able to turn lemons into lemonade, right? The overcomer, resilience. And I think that's what you're reminded. I don't think that many of us, as we go along in this life realize how powerful and resilient we are. Okay, I believe we all are. I just think as we go through experiences, that's when we discover that we can have faith in the divine, right? Whatever you call it, source, spirit, okay, whatever. But this is almost like pre-Empress for some readers, the Nine of Pentacles, and I can certainly see that. So I think many of you that pick number 2 are really on a good road and in a good space, okay? And you've pulled Earth and Water and Sagittarius for what it is worth. You guys know I don't get into zodiac signs all that much. All right, so let's timestamp for number 3. Those of you who picked number 3, howdy, howdy. All right, number 3. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, well, I hope you'll consider doing so. And of course, if you have a question for my tarot deck, well, you can book a personal reading with me one and only one way, and that is by following the directions in my description box, okay? Always going to be beneath my most recent video is where you can find what you need to know, all right? So we're first going to look at what Kipper has to say to those of you who picked number 3. And like I said, you may have picked more than one number. So we're going to see what all Kipper has to say to you. Let's take a look. Man, everybody's getting thoughts here. Expectation, great fortune, message, coffin, adjudication. Unexpected income, privileged lady, child. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. You know what's really I get whenever I saw that coffin card, here's what I get. For those of you who picked number 3, there is something you need to let go, okay? And I know sometimes it is very difficult to do. Let go of expectations, okay, with this, okay? Let go of overthinking. All right, with the thoughts card here, okay? Let go of worrying about your children, about your family members, about, you know, things going your way, and trust the divine. I think there is a lot of overthinking going on, and I can't throw shade if that is true about you, because as a double Gemini, we are the masters of overthinkers, so I could not possibly throw shade at you. But, you know, at the very center of this thing is great fortune. And then you've got down here unexpected income. So, you know, and understand this, expect the unexpected. That's when you know you're really vibing and flowing with the universe, okay? You've got a message here coming in. And I think your expectation and your thoughts are critical to the nature of this message. And it's probably a good message, okay? But, you know, just make sure that you are keeping your thoughts in line. Now, great fortune and unexpected income is not always about money. Certainly, it's just overall abundance. And here we have, once again, adjudication, child, and privileged lady. Okay, for some of you, you're either in a custody battle or some kind of decision that involves a child or, you know, adoption. Perhaps you are, you know, hoping to become, you know, expectant parents, okay, or what have you. But, you know, the thing that I like whenever the child card comes up is she's smiling. So understand this. Trust. Get your thoughts and your expectations right, and know that everything is going to work out for the best for this child. And you've got a privileged lady here, which typically that speaks to someone of wealth. Now, my definition of wealth is not always about money, once again. But, you know, maybe it's just somebody you look up to that's a mentor. Could very well be somebody who gives you some financial help associated with maybe a legal case involving a child or something of that nature. Or, you know, just a decision here as well. Maybe it's a privileged lady that, you know, has a decision to make, okay? could be that way at all, and some of you have this message coming in. It's unexpected. It's going to bring good news. And the wealth that I'm talking about is family wealth and not necessarily financial wealth. Okay. For others of you, this is financial wealth. And some of you, this is the abundance in the area of love. Okay. So take that as it resonates. All right. So that's what I see from Kipper for those of you who picked number 3. And we're going to go to the tarot now. All right, let's go to the tarot and see what else we have for those of you who picked number 3. Let's take a look. See what we can find out for you. Let's see what we can find out for you from the tarot. What else can we find out for those of you who picked number 3? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right. Let's see what we can find out. Page of Wands. That pages are messengers. They're also children. That's very interesting. You've got the King of Wands. You've got the Two of Swords. You've got the Knight of Wands. You've got the Fool card. And the Four of Cups reversed. 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. For some of you, this has to do with children. For some of you, this has to do with romance or what have you. Okay, for some of you, you feel like you've missed an opportunity with a child or having a child or adopting a child. Okay, but you would really like to see this thing move forward. I think you feel like you're in competition with someone or something and that roadways are blocked here. But, with the 4 of Cups reversed, the 2 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, you've got the Page of Wands. That is a messenger. That is good news coming in. It's your passion, okay? It could be love. It could be money. But whatever it is, you feel it in your heart, okay? So if we are talking about some sort of career opportunity, it is what you're passionate about. It is not drudgery, okay? And I think again, this is a lot of passion. King of Wands here, okay? And, Knight of Wands, okay? 7 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Divine timing. At the end of the season, the planting season, the harvest will be bountiful for you. Okay, this is going to go in your favor. This is opportunity, and it's slated for success. And this is long-term success. It's also the card of divine timing and patience and trusting the process and having the knowledge that that roadways are going to open up at the point that they're supposed to, and that you've not missed any opportunity because you cannot miss what is made for you. Okay, so understand that. All right, and if you feel like you're having to compete with other people, trust and believe the only competition we ever have in our lives is the person that we were yesterday. In other words, the only person that I want to compete with is me yesterday. And today, I want to be a better person than I was yesterday. I can't say that's always the case, but that's always the goal. I can guarantee you that. Okay, so if you're feeling like you're competing with other people, no. Get your eyes off of them. Come to rely on yourself. You try to step into your authenticity and you be your beautiful self. And that is what will manifest the right opportunity for you at the right time when you are ready for it. Okay, the Page of Wands is somebody who is not at all concerned with the opinions of other people. That's why the Page of Wands does not compete. Okay. And the Two of Swords, sometimes being quiet about what you're doing is a very strong place to come from, okay? Stealth and that sort of thing, okay? But understand this. The Two of Swords sometimes can speak to somebody being hesitant or fearful about moving forward, making a decision. But I think that you are going to know intuitively, if you're doing your energy work, you'll be able to hear your intuition. You're going to know when to step out and take that leap of faith, okay, by following your intuition. And the timing of that, you will know, okay, you will know. So I hope this has helped those of you who picked number 3. Here we have pulled water, air, fire, and earth, and then we have pulled Aries for what it's worth. I do not get caught up in the zodiac signs. It could be any sign that we are talking to, right? So at any rate, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in, and I wish all of you great abundance. Thank you so much.